market it. If I'm all for transparency, I guess they can't because that would just completely undercut their entire business. But it's just it. I don't know. Can I ask for smarter fans? Can I ask that the fans demand more? Sure, but do and do basketball fans right now? Do the Bulls fans right now demand that? No, I think they're all fine with the show, the glitz, the glam, the entertainment. Seeing LeBron James come in, what, 3 times a year? It's just kind of, it's just it is what it is. It's just this mediocre product, and mediocrity. I don't know how it sells in the NBA, but it does, and it's not necessarily a good thing for the Bulls right now. So
It sells because all the other good teams come through town a couple times a
yeah,
year, and that's how I mean they can market. They can market the NBA. The NBA markets a lot of other places market really well. Actually, there was a funny marketing campaign for a game that went on Saturday night. The Cavs were in town to play the Pacers, right? Did you see the
okay,
ad for this game? How the Pacers were promoting it? It,
no,
it was awesome. I loved it. Um, so they had the whatever you wanted the graphic they made for it. So it's got the yellow Pacers background color. There's all the info about the game, what time and what day, and then it's got a picture of Paul George. And then so that's the picture for the Pacers. The picture of the guy for the Cavs is they put a picture of Uncle Drew from the Kyrie Irving commercials. So they're like, come on, see Paul George go against Uncle Drew. And not only that, the deal was pretty insane too. I mean, granted, it's not, you're not talking, you can't do the same things money wise in Chicago that you could do in, Indy. But I
right.
mean, it was like family packages that would not, make you take out a second mortgage. So it's
Well, that's
interesting.
always
It's
good.
interesting how the NBA works, though. But that's what they're gonna sell. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's yeah. But I'm not. The Bulls.
yeah. It's just so very mediocre. Uh, and switching sides on the United Center back over to the Blackhawks, as mentioned before, they look good. They don't look completely worn out, exhausted from the post Stanley Cup hangover. Uh, they're they're winning games. They're giving up a lot of goals, which is interesting. Nikolai Khabibulin has returned to the Blackhawks. Was one of the free agents. He was the backup goalie with Ray Emery, fighting Ray Emery. I guess we can now call him, as he took a job over in Philly for the Flyers. But it's they've been giving up a lot of goals. The defense has been there. Goaltending not necessarily seeming like it. Of course, well, you can not necessarily blame all the goals on goaltending. There's some soft ones that have trickled in. Defensive turnovers. Okay, it's early. There's 81 games. I think Quenville knows how to. Hopefully, he's channeling Popovich in not letting things, just not redlining and not worrying about having to win every game. The West is very hyper competitive. That's good. That's a good thing because I think it makes for better playoffs. It will better prepare them for the East. They got a full roster, a full schedule against Eastern Conference teams. So okay, there's that. But overall, they look good. They've been very entertaining to watch. It hasn't been brutal or painful or anything. It's just been fun to watch Hawks hockey. It's very kind of relaxing, and I want the NHL playoffs here, but I know that all right, you gotta just enjoy the time to get there.
Gotta
So
wait
I'm
like
kind of
6 months.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kind of on cruise control with these and not trying to get too worked up over standings or points yet. I know that, yeah, you want to get as many points as you can right now, but am I demanding they win the President's Cup trophy? No, I'm really not. Uh, I think they're a good enough team to go deep into the playoffs again, possibly even win it again, but they don't need to go wire to wire, have a point streak of what 20 plus what, yeah, 25 games or so.
Mm,
Maybe I'm
I
exaggerating
think it was
there.
24, maybe.
Okay,
Yeah.
there you go. Yeah, I'm not demanding that from the Hawks. If they win more than they lose, that's fine. I think they know that the playoffs are where they have to expound the most energy, yet develop the chemistry and let the next phase of the new Blackhawks come into play. I'm not saying that. That's not to say that Tays and Kane are out the door, or the defense, Keith or Jalmerson or Seabrook are out the door, but there's a lot of young talent there that can either pay dividends for them as players now or as trading pieces in order to get better. So we'll see what happens with that. I think I'm excited for it. It's been fun to watch, and that's nice. It's nice on these now early dark days.
Yeah,
So
the early dark days. That's fun.
well, yeah, dark days, dark nights, those sorts of
Yeah.
things. Let's see. Anything else on the Blackhawks?
No, they're just glad hockey's back. It's nice because football's great, but then you kind of you have that lull where baseball goes on forever, and then football
Yeah.
starts, so you're excited, but then football starts, but then it's like, yeah, I know there's a game on Thursday, but you know what? I think everybody's coming to realize that Thursday night football sucks
It's
and it's a
garbage.
horrible
Yes.
idea. And if they're seriously thinking about adding a second game, they really need to put teams on a Thursday schedule, or if they're going to play on a Thursday, their bye is figured in somehow.
Yes.
Um, but it, it's it's nice to have regular games nightly all around the week.
Yes.
I know. I wish both of them played a little bit more of a compact schedule, but we already talked about that. Um, but for what it is, it's nice that it's back. So I'm happy. You get to see our Homer, Chuck Swirsky, in the mix.
Yeah.
He was tweeting this morning about how I didn't favorite it. Damn, I should go back and look, but he was predicting that the Bears were going to win tonight, and he claimed that the Packers had a leaky defense.
Yep.
And
Okay.
when I thought about the first thing I thought about when I heard the term leaky defense was not the Packers. Um,
Yeah.
Even though I know that their defense is by no means, like I don't know who's the best defense of all time, the '85 Bears or like
They're
one of
not
the
lights out.
one of the Steel Curtain teams or whatever. But whatever the case, eh, I don't think I don't know. Like I said earlier, I wouldn't be surprised, but it's probably not going to happen.
Yeah. Let's see. Anything else before I read some of the thoughts from Patrick regarding his Raiders?
No, go ahead. I want to hear about it because I want to hear what it's like to have a quarterback who nobody thinks is good throw 7 touchdowns against you.
Well, first recapping Week 8, so you just have to hang tight here. Week 8, the Raiders played the Steelers, and the first half they looked great. Defense was very strong against Ben Roethlisberger, and made him rush passes and got several sacks. Defense looked good, and that's pretty much how they won the game. Terrell Pryor had a 92-yard touchdown run, setting a new record for the longest TD run by a quarterback in NFL history. That's also the longest run for a touchdown, I believe, in Raiders history, previously held by Bo Jackson. That's my editorial there, but I think that's what the stat I heard.
That was an
Uh,
awesome run. If you I
yeah.
don't know if you saw it or not, but it's
Oh, it was. Yeah, it
very
really was.
impressive.
They just broke. Steelers broke down on that, and it was just daylight, nothing but daylight. So McFadden had a good game with 2 touchdown runs, and the defense was pretty much the name of the game there. Just keeping the Steelers in check, and keeping them in it for the win. And on to Week 9. Well, if you don't know right now, I'm going to spoil this right now for you. They got trounced. The Eagles just picked them apart. Foles unloaded and scored 7 touchdowns. Didn't touch them. Did not get a single sack.
Yeah, 7 picks, seven touchdowns, no interceptions.
Yeah, it just wilted would be the best way to put it.
They
Let's see.
tied an NFL record, tying what was it,
Peyton
Peyton
Manning?
Manning, and God, I can't remember the other one now.
Yeah.
It was like you never put Nick Foles' name these 2 guys before. I can't remember what it was now.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, they had rookie DJ Hayden trying to guard Deshaun Jackson 1-on-1, which was a big mistake to say the least. McFadden went out of the game in the first half. In the first half of the first quarter. So offense and defense did not look like they should be up to play at all. There were no adjustments made at halftime, or seemingly adjustments that could be applied at halftime. That's my editorial to clean that up. Let's see. The play calling was not fooling anybody on the on the defense. It was just pack it up and get ready for the Giants in Week 10. Patrick is, as he puts it, done with McFadden. He needs to go at this point. Trade him and drop him, or bench him. Some picks, or get some picks, or just a warm body would be nice. Is the best way to put it. He says an offensive lineman, but I think an offensive lineman is at a premium right now. So he's just got to look forward to getting ready for the Giants in New York. And as always, go Raiders. So rough go.
We should see if maybe he wants to get rid of McFadden for a dozen footballs or something like that.
Probably. I'm sure he'd take it at this point if he was GMing the team. But the tale of 2 Raiders teams. One, the defense shows up to play. Terrell Pryor looks very good. And the other one, you have Nick Foles and Chip Kelly dissect them like a dead high school frog. So, rough go for the Raiders this past week. And right now, I know the Bears are playing, so please enjoy the Monday Night Football game. We all hope for a certain outcome. I certainly doubt that outcome will happen for the Bears, simply because, oh boy, as I said before, this is a team that was held together by Band-Aids and prayers. So,
and they don't have their starting quarterback.
No, and they certainly don't. And boy, lots of decisions to be made.
Or their signal calling linebacker.
True. Yeah.
I don't even know who's calling the signals. Is Bostic calling the signals?
I think so.
Which I don't get me wrong, I like him, but he is a rookie, and that's a lot of work. So hopefully, I don't know, in our in the Chicago Sports Update Yahoo Pick'em League, which I have no idea where I am in it, and
you had a good week.
And every week when I look, though, I'm looking now, and not to toot my own horn, but I only lost 3 games, and I have the Packers tonight. So
I think everyone has the Packers tonight.
I think that'll be only losing 3 games, but you probably don't have my tiebreaker scores.
Probably not.
I went the route of I love crazy scores. So my prediction for tonight's game is a final score of Chicago 127, Green Bay 152.
There you go. Those aren't rushing yards either. That's